Welcome back to the Bluegrass on this beautiful September evening. I'm out with Memphis. Memphis is my new British style Labrador Retriever. And I know you're wondering, hey Stonnie, what is a British style Labrador Retriever? So I'm gonna walk around and work with Memphis a little bit and explain that concept to you. Okay, for those of you familiar with my channel, you've seen me feature a lot of what are commonly referred to as English Labrador Retrievers, which really, you know, that's just a kind of term that's used in the States to describe show or bench bred dogs. And you've seen me feature a lot of American style field trial dogs, big hardy dogs bred to do a hard dog sport, okay? But you haven't seen too awful many of this style dog, okay? Now, the fella that kind of popularized this approach to breeding is named Robert Milner, and what he wanted to produce was a nice biddable dog that could be trained using very gentle ways and had a natural tendency to deliver to hand so that you didn't have to do like forceful retriever training with them, right? And that's exactly, okay buddy, what they produced. So this style of dog, it matches perfectly with my approach to training. Basically what we do is we run a giant puppy Montessori, okay? We shape the environment with the expectations that the environment will shape the puppy, right? So the way I like to let dogs learn is I have a big group of black Labrador Retriever mentor dogs, and I got a couple of border collies, and I got a Catahoula leopard dog, and I got one ornery little terrier that runs around here, right? But anyway, I got a big staff of mentor dogs. And I bring dogs in and I work with them and I teach them basic obedience patterns. But a lot of the learning happens just as a result of them following the mentor dogs around and learning by doing. And you'll hear me say that a lot. Come on, buddy, you can do it. When people press me about what style of training is the best, okay, you know, I really don't care. As long as you do something consistently and with persistence, you're going to end up being successful. But if you really get me down and you make me narrow down what's the best kind of training, it's just a whole lot of learning by doing. Just getting out in different environments and come on, you can do it. And letting your dog kind of experiment and see what kind of feedback he gets from the environment. And I'm just here to make the environment interesting and give him the kind of feedback that reinforces the patterns of behavior that I would like to see. Now, what I want you guys to notice, because you've seen this on my channel a lot. You've seen a whole lot of puppies coming out here and navigating the Exercise with Small Challenges course, okay? But most of the time, what you'll see is me with a leash and me being using a lot of vocal inflection, a lot of inviting posture to get the dogs to navigate these obstacles, okay? And I don't have to do that with this dog, really just because of genetics. I mean, literally all that he's done, he's just been here a little while, he's 12 weeks old, and he just kind of follows the big dogs around and does what they do. And then he notices that at certain points in our day, good things happen, okay? In other words, the people that bred this dog, they bred him to have a natural propensity to be sensitive to handler inputs and to feedback from his environment, okay? And that kind of genetics makes a dog trainer like me look good. Now, listen, I would like to take credit for the fact that over the next few months, Memphis is gonna look like this expert dog, right? Because, you know, I mean, I like to think of myself as being a pretty decent trainer, okay? But if I'm honest, I'm a decent dog trainer, but I'm a really good Montessori director. But how well my Montessori works has got a lot to do with who's hanging out with me, right? And this little dog here, if you'll notice, even at 12 weeks old, even though we've been working all day, and even though we just got back from a hike, he's able to follow me around and concentrate and do all these obstacles with very little input from me, okay? And that's genetics. You know, that's not, I can't take credit for that because I got a whole kennel full of dogs here and they don't all do it. And so again, I'm not trying to tell you guys that you have to do exactly what I have to do, but I am trying to show you that if you have a dog that has a natural tendency to want to work in conjunction with a handler and you put them in interesting environments, all the learning can be done via just having tons and tons of what we call puppy-sized adventures, or what you might hear called micro adventures. We just go out and we look at everything we're doing every day as a potential for adventure. So this table, like this might as well be going on a mountain climb. I'll get him excited. Hey, Memphis, come here, buddy. Oh my gosh, what a good dog. Let's climb this mountain. Oh my gosh. And he's a willing partner at 12 weeks old. I haven't done any leash work with him on this course. I just let him follow the big dogs around. He's already running to the reinforcement points. okay? And he's already getting to the point to where, like, he's really keyed into my vocal inflection, okay? And so not only have the people that bred this dog, they created a dog that's naturally sensitive, he's also hardy enough to keep up with my schedule. Come on, Memphis, let's go, buddy. Very nice. So even though he's worked all day, even though he's tired, even though he's been hanging out and playing with lots of other dogs, look how little I have to do in terms of inputs to get him to perform at a high level, right? Guys, that is what good breeding looks like. I mean, you know, that's just, I don't know what else to say. And you might say, well, Stonnie, I wish he looked a little different, or, you know, what? I'm just telling you, like, pretty is as pretty does around here, you know. And so I couldn't be happier with the dog. And I would like to know what you guys would like to see me do with Memphis over the course of the next few months. You know, of course, I'm going to do my normal stuff, but if you have any particular questions about this style of Labrador Retriever, put them in the comment section below, and I'll try to get into them as we're making these videos. And I'm going to really try to document how much actual just natural learning we do, where I just drag him around, right? When we're at the farm, or when we're you know, out hiking in the pre-adventure area, or when we're doing camping training or whatever. This dog here is kind of like a mechanic's car. Dog trainers very rarely have a lot of time to train their own dog, and this dog here is going to end up making me look good with truly a very limited amount of time that I'm going to have to spend trying to influence him, right? Okay, so that's Memphis, and I hope you guys like him. He's awesome. He's going to be a great mentor dog. And post your thoughts in the comment section below. I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Very nice dog.